All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, and double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere Shalom to you, Akim, bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. And I want to play this. Now, it says this video is from WorldStar. I didn't watch the whole 20 minutes. I seen this clip, and decided to, through the spirit, to strike while the iron was hot, man. It says, resorting to cannibalism, survivor of the 1972 Uruguayan Air Force plane crash speaks out on why he ate his friends. Now, this is, like I said, I'm going to watch, Lord will, the 20-minute clip after this, but I just want to get into, that this is something that's serious, that's going to hit America, man. So let's get to it. And Salakia, the apostles always say, when people can't eat, they lose it. 3 meals that's lost, when people lose it. Especially the American diet. These people don't practice fasting, or even intermittent fasting. They're always eating snacks, and they're always eating a meal. The food that they eat isn't sufficient enough with nutrients. So, they're eating a bunch of fast food. They're eating a bunch of processed foods. And this all, creates an acidic body. So when your body is lacking of these same bliss points that this food is bringing, and then you start to think this way. And the scriptures tell you, matter of fact, I'm going to grab it first. It says, better to die the sword than hunger. This Lamentations 4:9, it says, they that be slain with a sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. Basically for what? For food, man. Right? So it's better to be slain with a sword than slain with hunger. Because that's a slow process of your body starting to literally eat itself. Your body, just like when bears go into hibernation, it first eats off the reserves of fat. And then it goes into the muscles, so forth and so on. Well, that's the same thing that happens when you're starving, man. Your body slowly starts to just get weaker and weaker. It's a lot. No. And you got to think about just what that pack did to their mind, man. They had to come to the realization, or they came to the realization that the only way they would survive was to literally eat one another. So the mental, strain that has on your body, man. Not to mention the fact that we're not even supposed to be consuming a human flesh. And there's studies that eating human flesh actually does alter your mental state, man, and there's also studies that says it could drive you insane, man. It could make you manic, right? So let's get into, the scriptures. Because Yahweh Shai told us that a famine is coming, man. And this is the time of the siege of Jerusalem. This is Ezekiel 4:7. Therefore thou shalt set thy face toward the siege of Jerusalem, and thine arms shall be uncovered. And thou shalt prophesy against it. And behold, I will lay bands upon thee, and thou shalt not turn thee from one side to another till thou hast ended the days of thy siege. Take thou also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fitches, and put them in one vessel. And that's because, he didn't have, there wasn't a abundance of just one of these grains, to make a loaf. So you had to put all of it into one vessel to make a loaf of bread. It says, and make thee bread thereof according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 390 days shalt thou eat thereof. And thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight. Meaning what? Rationed. 20 shekels a day from time to time shalt thou eat it. Thou shalt drink also water by measure. And the sixth part of an hin from time to time shalt thou drink. So it just shows you, hey, there's going to be a scarcity. And Esau is making it the global food supply chain to where an abundance of real food, which as real as you can get, because everything here is GMO and shot up with hormones. But he's making it that the euthanization of animals, of livestock, the GMO seeds for produce are going to be the only options available. And even in those options, he's still going to make it hard for you to obtain those things, man. So we're going to have to completely be reliant upon Yahweh Shemel Shai, for food, for water, so forth and so on. And the scriptures tell you that the Heavenly Father knoweth that we need of these things. So he will provide, man. Going to Isaiah, the 65th chapter, going to Job 5, so forth and so on. But I want to grab this as well. This is another example of cannibalism, in the scriptures. In this 2 Kings 6 and 25, it says, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, right? The least, sought after part of the animal was sold for 80 pieces of silver. It says, in the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver, which is basically just fertilizer, right? In hopes that you can grow something. It says, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help, my lord, O king. And he said, if the Lord Yahweh doth not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Basically, if the Lord ain't helping you, how can I? It says, out of the barn floor, out of the winepress. And the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today. So you have to go back in that mind state and think about how drastic were things to the point where, they had to come to an agreement to eat a child, man. To eat the fruit of her womb. That means nothing else was available. The child wasn't eating because the mother wasn't producing enough milk for the child. So the child is crying, and she just sees him as a steak. It says, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today. And you got to think about just, man. You don't even want to think about the sight of having to look at a person as a meal, man. You got to be in a sick state. It says, give thy son that we may eat him today. But a lot of Jake and really heathens and are all going to fall under this type of fate, man. Where they're going to have to eat their children or their loved ones. And this is just, that's really the Lord, adding a deeper affliction onto you, man. It says, give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she hath hid her son. But it shows you, man, that's sickening, man. That's sickening. The Lord is to be feared. Because those that don't fear Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to fall into that state of famine, man. A lot of people are going to be taken out because they're not going to be able to eat. When we watch the movies like The Road, and you seen the basement of people that he kept down there where he was just cutting off pieces to eat them, that's going to be a reality. That's going to be a reality, man. People are going to be eating. But I just want to grab this quick lesson, or it's like put out this quick lesson through the Spirit. Like I said, Lord willing, I'm gonna watch this video, the fullness of it. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying into the body. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakakodash, and double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to you, Akim, bringing out this word, diligence, and in truth. Shalom.